Yeah, baby. Wow. Good afternoon, everybody.
Yeah, good afternoon.
What
Good
a
afternoon.
day, ladies and gentlemen. Good afternoon, gentlemen.
How you doing?
What a pleasure it is to have you today. Welcome to the L.O.V. Legacy Hour chat. Ladies and gentlemen, it's indeed my pleasure, really. Not because these gentlemen are the architects of our dance music culture. And for me, it's just wonderful. My heart is just bursting with happiness because I am also celebrating celebrating because we go every third week in the month of September to New York to do our award show in New York. And they have been so supported, and they are also part of the Legends of Vinyl. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Joe Harris, Butch Leonard, Kenny Pitt, and Lorenzo, my friend. I know he's in his car right now, but Lorenzo, you look terrific. I don't care, whether you're in your car or whatever. You look great, you guys. But I have to tell you a
Thank you. I
little.
appreciate that.
I have to tell you a little about a double exposure story. On December 11, 1975, at Sigma
Without too early
Sound
for us.
Studios in Philadelphia, PA, Double Exposure began recording what will become one of the most successful albums ever to come out of the Philly music empire. That's right. This empire already contained artists such as the OJs, Billy Paul, Harold Melvin and the Blue Notes, Teddy Pendergrass, the Spinners, Blue Magic, Delphonics, the Tramp, Stylistics, and the list goes on, as we all know. That was the golden age, the golden era. This album was entitled 10%, with the title card having tremendous success, first as a disco hit, then reaching the R&B charts and also having surprising success on the top and on the pop charts. The second single from the album, "My Love Is Free," oh, forget about it, was also a smash on all three charts, putting double exposure over the top. The results: two gold singles and one gold album. For Jimmy Williams, Charles Whittington, Leonard, Butch Davis, and Joe Harris, this was their first taste of real success in the recording business, but definitely not their first experience. Formerly known as United Image, they have been singing together since junior high school. After high school and military service, which I salute you guys for, thank you for your service, they reunited and began their quest towards a lifelong dream of becoming successful entertainers and recording artists. And guess what? They did just that. Become iconic. I'm not making this up just because they're here. I know they're sending me a check later on, but I'm kidding. They have paid their dues. They paved their way to all of us, for all of us, to enjoy their wonderful talent. Gentlemen, there's so much to talk about, so little time, obviously. But Joe, I
Yeah.
thank you, Joe, and all of you guys for being here this afternoon. And everybody's lining up. Al Magliano, Pinky, Sue Bell, and a whole bunch of other people saying hey to you guys. I don't know if you watch, and I'm sure there's a lot of people in the back going like just listening and not saying anything. A little shy. What can I tell you, Joe?
Yeah.
Joe, take us back, my brother. Take me back because I know the whole story. Back being a pioneer DJ. I've been with you guys from day one and follow you loyalty in my part and all of ours. And like I play this song, a Walter Givens 12-inch, the first 12-inch in history.
That's right.
It's just, it
That's
is
right.
what it is.
That's right.
And then the gates opened up. And Joe, take us back, please. I don't want to talk much.
Oh well, hey, we had an audition in Philly. Finally, well, I can say this: our producer Norman Harris. Um, I was downtown in Philadelphia doing some shopping, and coming out of a restaurant as I was passing it was Norman, along with Ken Carey and a few other people. They were just coming out of a business meeting. I heard somebody call my name and turned around. It was Norman. What happened? Norman had just signed a deal to produce new music for Style Soul Records, which had just really got on their feet and made a deal. They wanted to cash in on some of that Philly sound, and Norman was the man they chose. And just so happened, Norman ran into me. I hadn't seen Norman in years. He was wondering what had happened to us. We had worked locally a lot. Norman said, "Look, be at my office tomorrow. I got a deal for you." And after not seeing him all those years, I called everybody and said and told them what happened. We were there the next day. We auditioned for just about all the crew was there listening to us. Vince Montana, Bunny Sigler, Al Felder, Conway, Bobby Eli, Bruce Halls. All these guys had hits on all the artists that you just named at the beginning.
Right.
And audition went well, needless to say. And about the next day or 2 days, we were in the office rehearsing songs. They presented us with songs. 10% was one of them. And they were undecided about who they were going to give 10% to. They heard us sing it. They decided we were going to do it, along with a few others. Uh, we went in the studio. It was released. And at the time, we didn't know anything about 12 inches or nothing. We did. didn't have any idea. This was an idea of Salso's, Ken Carey. They were going to release the 12-inch to the public. It was a new idea. A lot of people didn't know whether or not it was going to be successful, but it worked.
Yeah.
And not only was it a good song, but that idea worked, and thank God it worked.
Oh
It
my
worked
God.
for us. The rest is history.
We took that because the sound changed now. We have to remember that. We talk about now dissecting why all of this happened. When we heard a 12-inch being what it is, all the grooves are wider, the sound increase. The sound from a 45 to an LP, from an LP to a 12-inch. It was just insane. For DJs and for clubs, we were taking over. We were taking over the selling of music, guys, in the nightclub. We were presenting the record in a whole different way than the radio DJs were doing it. They couldn't play the full length of the song. We were having two copies and we were going back and forth and doing all kinds of crazy things. Like, for example, My Love is Free. As you know, we go going into the break and take it back and so on and so forth. Like Pinky said, you guys gave Sal Soul Records a facelift, basically, because I love that. Thank you, Pinky. Because, yeah. But you guys, Joe, do you remember which song do you actually audition with? What was the song you auditioned?
Oh wow! Some of the songs we used to sing, a couple of OJ songs, Willie Hutch.
Okay.
Uh, oh wow!
Yeah. Yeah.
It's hard to
All
remember.
right.
We're so hung up on ours, man. We've been doing
Yeah.
our hits,
Gotcha.
man.
No, gotcha.
So
No,
there
totally.
was a lot of good songs.
Yeah. No, no, I totally understand that. But yeah, that was an incredible time, and it was on at the right time. Butch, my brother,
Yes.
come on, tell me what happened. Why you were there as well?
Well, a lot of the writers we've already known. Before Ron Percy was one of the writers, and he actually played with us. Norman has always we have always done talent shows, and at one point of another, Norman had always played with another group, and so we've always known each other for a long time. We've known each other since I guess we were teenagers. So one good thing is that Norman knew what we sound like, and was just an opportunity when he came out of the restaurant and Joe was there. So and plus when we recorded, believe me, I didn't know if 10% was going to make it, but I remember
Mm.
when we finished doing the session and they were doing the mixing, Norman said, "That's your hit." I remember. You remember he said that, Joe?
That's right. They were doing the
That's your
mix.
hit. He said, "That's
Kenny
your
was
hit.
in. Norman sat back and listened after the mix. Norman said, "That's your hit."
That's your hit."
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
said it.
Yeah. What a talented. I mean, the talent was there. He knew exactly from the first note that there was a hit. I mean, that drum solo. I mean, that celt. That was you. Yeah, as a DJ, you know that song from the first thing, whether you want to play that or bang it, or or,
Right,
or,
right.
or squeeze it in there, so you mix it up. But that's what it was. Did you ever, remember when they were making the 12-inch? Did you ever meet Walter Givens? Any of you?
Oh
No,
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 no, I
never
never
never.
met. Did you ever heard of Walter Givens?
not
No.
before the mix.
No. What do you think about the mix that he did?
Hey, the hit speaks for itself, man.
Yeah,
All
dude.
these years it speaks for itself.
Yeah, because
Even today when we do it on stage, Lorenzo delivers the lead, man. It's still it still gets the people going.
yeah,
One of the
no
things I
doubt.
do like about the different mixes is that they bring out certain parts of the instrumentation that one don't hear,
Okay.
that you don't hear. So when you hear the different mixes, and you
Yeah.
start hearing the different parts of the music, instrumentation, and it grabs you because there's so many things going on. And when they did mix it, they brought out certain things that they liked, and it was good. It was really good.
Right, right.
Mm.
Obviously, you guys, when it took us by surprise. I mean, that song is a must. Is any DJ still have to have that song in their mix. It's you have to. Once you play that song, I mean, till this day, whether it's Jelly Bean Benitez, even Louis Vega, or any of the guys that have made into incredible success, you have to play that song. And I travel from to Europe, and
Mm.
we hear the audience go wild when that song is because they know exactly what it's all about. Woo!
You know,
I just go ahead. I'm sorry.
you know what surprises me about My Love Is Free?
Yeah,
I mean, till today, when people play, when that song is played, people respond to that song,
yeah,
and I'm amazed. I'm amazed.
yeah. Check it out. Check it out. Check it out. Okay. I mean, come on.
And that's the one I picked.
I mean, I get goosebumps in it. Oh! Woo. But anyways, I gotta tell you, man. It's a long song, you know that, but I had to put that just a little teaser right there for people because, you know that the double. Pinky says double exposure production, especially on My Love Is Free, was as close to the CBS Gamble and Huff production that were smothering the airwaves at the time. That's what he just
Mm.
said. You guys remember Pinky Velasquez, my partner and vice president of the Legends of Vinyl, and
Hmm.
he had tremendous success with Vanguard Records, if you remember that. But that's just that instrumentation, that whole thing, that beginning. It's all about the warmth. Is captivating. I worked after hours back in those days, and you had to play. That was a 4:30, 5:30, 6 o'clock in the morning song to wake everybody up, and I did that. So I just want to jump a little bit to Kenny. Kenny, my friend, you're.
Yes.
I need you to give us a little bit of your own experience, please.
Well, my own experience with double exposure. My sister went to school with Joe and Butch, and one day she came home with this record. It was called "Every Man Has to Carry His Own Weight,"
Wow.
and she gave it to me, and I played it and played it. Now, mind you, I used to hear 10% on the radio all the time, but
Right.
I didn't know who was singing it. I was
Uh,
just getting into FM radio, and they played it a lot. So, fast forward some years. Well, not even fast forward some years. I saw them on Soul Train. I was so excited because people that I knew were on Soul Train.
yeah.
And fast forward years later, I would run into Joe and Butch from time to time. And when there was a spot open, they gave me a call. And I didn't know what was going on. I just went and they asked me to come back the next week and the next week. And I was like, oh, is the audition over? What's going on? And they're like, no, 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 yeah, and it's done. It's done. And so
But I'm
it's
sorry
been a
to say, but this is royalty calling, making a phone call to you guys. I
Oh,
mean,
no,
when they
trust me, I was
call,
excited.
you
I was
answer the phone.
excited.
I love it.
I was extremely excited. I tried to be calm and smooth, but inside I was jumping around like, but I didn't
Hard
want
to
to show
contain.
the outside.
Hard to control yourself, my friend. I totally respect that, and and here we got Lorenzo. Oh, okay, go ahead.
Yes, sir.
You have anything else to add because we're gonna be talking a lot about this.
No, I'll jump in here
Yeah.
and there.
Okay, cool. Lorenzo, my brother, I know you. No, you're not
Yes.
driving. Your wife is doing the driving right now.
My wife is
God
driving.
bless her for
She is
that.
driving. Yes.
Please tell
God
her that
bless
I
her.
say
Yes.
thank you so much. And what's her name, by the way?
My wife's name is Anika.
Oh,
Anika Bell.
I love that name, my brother. I love that name, and
She
thank
really
you
loves
so
it.
much for doing that.
She's
Uh,
cheesing right now. She's cheesing and driving.
okay, so check it out, Lorenzo. Give me your
Yes, sir.
ins and outs of this whole thing experience that is so unbelievable.
Well, let's see. For me, it starts back when I was about, I'm not going to throw the younger two, Butch and Joe, under the under the bus too much, but I'll just say I heard the song on the radio when I was, a little younger than them, a little younger. And I heard it on the radio, 10%, and I was like, "Oh my God, that song is incredible!" And that was always my favorite song. But I didn't know who the group was. I just knew the song. Fast forward to a few years back, a friend of mine, a friend of yours, Carol Williams.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, a friend of mine. Her son. We do music together sometimes. So he let me know that the group was looking for a lead singer. And he said they'll be contact you soon. Just be ready. I'm like, okay. Then another friend of ours, Miss Rain Teray, told me they were looking for a singer. So I'm like, okay, obviously something is up, but don't get too excited yet. So eventually I had to audition for the group, but of course on that day I had no voice,
Oh.
none whatsoever. So I'm basically pumping tea intravenously into my body, trying to get some type of voice. Because, as you know, Kenny's voice is not low; it is very high, and it was the original
Jimmy's
key.
voice.
Oh,
So
Lord.
yeah, so I had to get up there and sing that song, and I was going to get it somehow, some way. So got the song, got the audition. They called me, went out to the meeting, met with the fellas, and we've been together ever since.
Oh, a beautiful, beautiful decision. And it's like one of those things that God kind of, it's like God blinks at you and there you are. Right? I
Right,
mean, we have
For
to
sure.
we have to acknowledge that. I don't want to preach or anything like that, but there are certain things that happen in
literally.
life that we need to actually pay attention to, right? We have to pay attention
Right.
to it.
That's
And
right.
it's
Right.
like, Joe and Butch, their experience, their talent, and they have so much more to offer. And something, I just want to, as a person who is on the sidelines, wishing nothing but the best to the group because you guys are top notch, class acts in this industry.
Thank you.
And
Thank
that's
you.
I don't bullshit around, but that's just the way it is. But going back to Joe, I know that the years went on, Sigma Sound experiences with working with so many of these great people, including the Sigma Sound staff. Vince Montana. What was your interaction with Vince, for example, Joe?
Actually, Vince. Well, first of all, Vince was the vibe player with South Soul Orchestra. He was one of the original members, actually, of MFSB. MFSB and the South Soul Orchestra really were the same guys.
Yeah, yeah.
So
Hold on a second, Joe. I'm sorry. When Lolita Holloway and what's the song? Runaway says
Runaway.
hit and run,
play the vibes.
hit and
That's
run.
what she's talking
Hit and
about.
run.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, hit him up. Thank you. No,
Yeah.
it was Runaway. At the end of Runaway, she said Vince played the vibes. That's who you're talking about.
Yeah, Vince played on all the Philly stuff.
Man, listen, I'm writing that down. I got some history today. I'm good.
Okay. Yeah, because actually, Denise Montana was the one who sang "Runaway." She had the template in order to, but Lolita was the one who actually
Yeah.
recorded it, and what a hit what that was! And you can
She
actually
could
feel.
sing. She could
You cannot
sing.
only hear, but you can actually feel Vince Montana's vibes throughout this whole thing. Absolutely, Joe. So So what's up?
You can hear Vince through the whole Philly sound, but for us, Vince was one of the staff writers, one of Norman's staff writers,
Right.
Wow.
and he was at the audition, and consequently, there's a song, a ballad on our first album, "Just Can't Say Hello," on the 10% album. That
Ooh.
was it was different for us at the time,
Yeah.
but if you sit back and listen to that song, I think it's a very sweet, very mellow, very classy ballad. You get a chance, you really sit down, listen to it. All of your audience, sit down, listen to that song.
You know,
That
Louis,
was Vince's contribution to the 10% album.
Right.
I like to add to that. Hey Joe, I like to add to that.
Yeah,
That song was so good. Had South Soul released it as a single. Now we didn't realize at the time when they were actually promoting themselves as a dance group or dance music. Um,
later.
but we recorded so many beautiful ballads. I mean, really beautiful ballads. And had they been released, or it took us to another level. I believe that. In addition to also doing up tempo songs that we sang.
Hmm.
But if they would have released some of the ballads we recorded, man, they were really, really, really nice ballads. Really nice ones. So,
Yeah,
yeah.
absolutely.
That's
Ballad.
the one. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Go ahead. No, my apologies. I'm just saying that ballads, they definitely have something in it
Mhm.
that we need to pay attention to. It's not just all the dancing, songs, but ballads did make a
Right.
difference. Absolutely. Go ahead,
If
Joe.
they
That
would have
was
done both, if they would have done both, it would have been great.
right.
Just Can't Say Hello. Didn't realize it at the time. It was a very, very nice, classy song. Very nice song. And we delivered it well, very well.
That's the biggest. How can I say? I mean, Soundscope gave us a big break. They helped us launch our career. But if there's any, I could say, fault, I would say would be the ballads because there were songs that were being played that they kind of pulled back on. There are songs that we did live that people had never heard, and they, man, whose song is that? What song is that? That's from our album.
Right.
Right now, there's one that was on our second album, Perfect Lover. We do
Right.
that in our show now. And a lot of people had never heard that song, and they like it. And it's like, well, whose song is that? Where does that come from? That's on our album.
Matter of
So,
fact, that's true. Matter of fact, we did a show at the end of last year, and we sang "Give My Love Away." The promoter said, "Butch, where did that song come from?" I said, well, "That's our song," and they
Hmm.
was floored, man.
Yeah. So
They
they
was
didn't know
floored.
that that was you guys.
They didn't know. They
Oh
was
my God!
floored.
Look at that! Look at that! But this is the thing. I believe that we need to be still educate people out there. You have
Yeah.
to. You have to, and that's my job also. To are you being followed by the cops there, Lorenzo? I mean,
That was an ambulance going the other way.
all
I
right,
was gonna
hey,
tell you,
whoa,
duck
No,
down,
yeah,
no,
hide.
yeah.
my
you
wife,
know,
my
oh,
wife is a very, very good driver. No, no, no. They was going the other
how
yeah,
heavy
direction.
is
yeah,
on?
yeah. That's not what you say to everybody else. Okay, anyway, now, just listen.
Hey, let me stop you and put them on video, man.
Yeah, like,
But
hey, police officer, hey, say hi to the people. People say hi to police
oh man, you gotta do that. Say, hey, police officer, hello, thank you.
officer.
Upon
You know.
recommendation of some DJs, United Image was introduced to recording executive Lebaron Taylor, who
Baron Taylor.
signed them to Stax Records. Well, great label, really, great label,
Yeah.
Stax Records. Back in the day, they released a single, "Love's Creeping Up on Me,"
Mhm.
and at least have an album was completed in Philadelphia with Bonnie Ziegler. Wow, I can co-producer.
Mhm.
But the project was shelved, apparently due to internal problems at Stax. What was that about?
Well, if I watched some of the documentary on Stax, but also, but during that time, Stax wound up having some distribution or basically internal problems with their arrangement, I think, with Atlantic at the time. But we didn't understand everything or didn't know or weren't knowledgeable of all the details. But basically, it ruined Stacks for a while. They made a comeback with some other things, but basically they went out of business during the time we were in the studio. Lebaron Taylor had made the deal for us.
Right.
We released Love's Creeping Up on Me on Stax. Remember, they had a Stax Vote label, actually, but it was still Stax. And we were in the process of recording an album. Bunny Sigler, along with Phil Hurt, and then there was Norman Harris and
Alan Feldman. Alan
Al
Feldman.
Feldman. Those four guys were handling that project for us, man. We had some great stuff that was never released, and so goes the record business.
Yeah, that's true.
Now
You know,
here, I'm just being nosy. Does anybody have it to this day?
No, I don't. We've looked for it, can't find it. Uh, we've not have never been in. I asked Phil. We were at the R&B Music Society affair. Phil was promised me he would look for old tapes if he could find it. He can't find it. So
Oh
um,
wow.
yeah,
And Bunny Singer said he probably had it in his basement, but he passed.
yeah, he passed away.
yeah. Unfortunate, so bad, so unfortunate. But double exposure was when you guys were signed with Salt Soul Records. You guys released obviously 10%. My Love Is Free, but there's one song that really is still pretty much played a lot. It's called Every Man. A real cool song, really. Any memories of that song? I mean, still, you guys still performing that song?
I
Are you?
remember being in the studio with Alan
Alan
Feldman.
Feldman.
Remember Butch?
Never forget. One more time, guys. One
What?
more time.
He had us overdubbing the
With
background
the,
harmony,
the tag at the end.
and that every man the sing along. And what you have to remember,
Yeah,
back then there weren't any computers. There weren't all these gadgets that they have now, man. You had to sing. It wasn't nothing to substitute. If you went in there and sang, you had to sing, man. And he had us overdub it a couple of times. Well, I'm not gonna say a couple of times, a whole lot of times. And
right,
man, he worked us to death. But the project came off great.
right.
That's the work we put into it, you know.
What's one song that I play? I play Every Man. I do play that song to this day. It's got a unique. I mean, I love the song. Period. What can I tell you? What I wanted to know about is double exposure as a talented man that you are. What defined? What makes double exposure who you are? What makes double exposure do and continue to do? What's? Please give me that. What makes
You
double?
know,
I know that the passion is there, obviously. Otherwise, it wouldn't be anything. But what drives double exposure?
I, I like to say something, Joe, first, if you may, if I may. I think that when we perform, when you hear the response of the audience, believe me, that really motivates you and it humbles you as well,
Yeah,
and then makes you realize all the years and the effort that you put into it. That people really appreciate it. That drives me. And so we did a couple shows, especially at the Westbury, and
yeah,
we did the first show at Central Park West, right? Central Park, and the people was singing the songs with us. We didn't have to sing at all, but it was very humbling that they remembered us. And not only that, but the place was sold out. People couldn't get in, and
yeah.
that really, really was something to take notice to.
That was the Park Central Hotel, right around the corner from Carnegie Hall. That was the first gig we had did in a number of years since we had left the scene for a while, and we were really surprised
That's
by the response.
right.
I, when the audience starts singing your lyrics right along with you, that's a
Magic,
tremendous compliment, man.
magic.
Really,
It
that's very humble.
It has to humble everybody. You go down and you just want to say thank you. I mean, it's
That's
like
right.
yeah,
That's right.
yeah. I can imagine, the feeling of that. You guys getting that over and over and over, and rightly so, because everybody remembers the
Listen,
lyrics. Everybody, you
I
know.
I would say it's a humbling but great experience too. I wasn't there when they recorded it, but show we did the old timers something, and it was thousands of people out there,
Mm.
and by chance we arrived, and the DJ put on "My Love Is Free," not because we arrived, he just happened to put it on, and when I saw the response of the crowd, I was like,
Old Timers Day. Who
Well,
else is Brooklyn?
Old Timers Day.
Same
Kenny,
Yeah.
here.
that's very important for me to ask you because you and Lorenzo obviously are together with two magnificent gentlemen, talented men with so much history. Uh, being big, and I don't mean no disrespect about old timers and this and that. Who cares about that?
Well,
If
that was the name
music,
of the organization. I'm not calling them by
right?
out of
No,
their
no, no.
name.
But I'm saying is that music speaks to the soul, and absolutely you capture that, and now you're performing four guys. It has no age, no nothing. You guys just performing for this audience that are reacting. For every action, there is a reaction, and you guys getting that reaction. I mean, holy moly! And then so it's got to be unbelievable for you, Kenny and Lorenzo, right? It's got to be absolutely
It is
fantastic.
the first show that we did at resorts. When it was over, we did a meet and greet, and I had never had my picture taken so many times in my life at the same moment. I
Yeah,
was blown away. I
yeah,
probably looked like a deer in headlights. Like, oh, this is really happening. This is real. Like, it's not a
yeah,
joke. I was
yeah,
blown away.
yeah. No, no,
And I mean, even with the professionalism and everything, it's been oh my great a training ground that I could even buy in a on a college campus.
yeah. What say you, Lorenzo?
Oh, well, with me, it's just a little different because I have to. I took the baton from Jimmy, so it's a little different pressure for me
Yeah,
because I'm singing somebody's favorite song,
yeah.
and I'm affecting their favorite memory. So as soon as the song starts, and of course they know I'm not Jimmy, they're looking at me like, "You better sing my song right." I'm telling you, don't you mess my song up. And
That's right.
I'll say
No
veteran
pressure
women
whatsoever,
in the crowd are not playing. They're giving me that look like, if you mess up my song, I'm
dude.
telling you right now. So I have to I get like 3 words. If I get those first 3 words right, then they'll say, okay, all right, all
This
right,
was, but guess
all
what?
right.
I love that
Mm,
about to hear that because you're stepping into some huge shoes and you delivering it, my
listen,
brother. Because I've heard you,
thank you,
and I gotta
thank
tell
you,
you,
thank you.
congratulations because really make that difference. You step into the right place, and that is
Well,
sweet.
thank you.
What's the future of double exposure right now?
Waiting for this virus to end, man. That's the first thing.
Well, we are
And,
all in
and,
the same boat. I had a few events cancel, events here, there, Europe, and all that. Everything came to an end, and I'm sure we all waiting for that to end. And I started making some phone calls to some of my friends. Michelle Icara. I talked to her yesterday from New
Oh
York,
wow.
and we are getting ready preparations up here because I need to
Right.
produce something real quick. I need to do
and
something, and I obviously, hopefully, I'll be able to contact you guys and do something real quick, soon enough.
That'd be great.
I mean,
Yeah.
that's
That would be
what's
great.
happening right
That would be
now.
awesome.
Preparations, and everybody's on the edge.
That's
You
right.
just got to
That's
be
right.
patient, a little patient
Thank you.
about doing that. So tell me about how you guys are. Even though we are all trapped in this situation, how you keeping up with this? How what you guys doing? Still rehearsing? Obviously, you can't get together in one room because of social distancing and all of that. How are you coping with that?
well, one thing we've done, uh, we were actually put on alert of a possible outdoor drive-in show. We haven't really gotten total confirmation, but what we did do, we have a friend that lives in Delaware, has a nice basement, and him and Butch did a lot of work down there, fixing it up, turning it into a dance studio.
Okay.
And last couple of weeks, maybe once a week, we have gotten together and just did a little rehearsing, shall we say, just to get the rust off. You can't, like you said, social distancing is there, but we still take
Correct.
every precaution to be safe. But what we are doing, the immediate future was you. Hey, hey, we say, hey, we're going to get with Lewis, but to stay abreast of what's happening, stay in touch with all the good folks, man, all the folks that
Mhm.
we have been in touch with, have dealt with over the years, everybody, and not so much because of the music. Just I want to check on you, make sure you're all right. Are you
Right.
make sure you're healthy, man? Making
Hmm.
sure everybody's good,
Yeah. Yeah.
And when we do get a chance to all get back together at a gig, at a party, or whatever, it's gonna be a blast. I'm looking forward to it. And
Absolutely.
the other thing, I'm sorry, go ahead, Butch. I'm sorry.
Lewis, as I mentioned to you earlier, when I mentioned to you earlier,
Yes, sir.
we double exposure, and you, and we'll plan for some events for the future, our move for the future, so we
Right.
can expand, as I said to you, our territory. So we'll talk about that more in the next coming
Yeah.
weeks, maybe next week.
And
But I'll keep you posted
you know
so we
for
can plan.
sure, you know for sure that I'm there 100%, not 10%. I'm sorry, 100%, because I believe, and I am grateful to God for keeping me in this business. 50 years in this business, and I have been so humble to be part of this, and I'm not going to give it up that easy, believe me. But I believe in what you guys do. I believe in what you guys are doing. That I just, I'm at your service in a
Yeah,
heartbeat. I'm there for you. And I created this radio, visual radio, for one reason, because we need to extend. We say thank you, and call our members, our friends, the Hall of Fame members, to say, listen, call me. Let me know if you think that you guys want to do something. This is your platform. Let's use it. Let's
that's right.
use it. I put this for you. I put this for you, for you to come after this conversation is over. If you guys think that this is like other artists are planning to do something here, we have a platform that is only for the legends of vinyl, for people like you to take advantage of it. That's it. So you just got to give me a call and say, hey, this is what my idea. Let's see how we're doing it. I have two gentlemen coming together soon enough. Douglas Sherman and Joey Llanos. One was from the Loft, which we all remember David Mancuso from back in the day. The Loft, remember the Loft in New York City, and the Garage with Larry Levan.
Mhm.
Well, these two gentlemen merge, and they are coming as Seven Heaven. They're
Okay.
having once a month. They're going to have a show for 4 hours, and they are going to bring to the to everywhere through Legends of Vinyl, because they are Legends of Vinyl. So anything that we can do for you, we are here. Okay,
Okay, we're coming.
Again.
We're coming.
because it's important for us right now. We don't have another choice. As you well know, social media, it is what it is.
Hmm.
Right.
Facebook, Instagram, Twitch, whatever the case may be. I don't know. I don't remember all of the platforms that there, but they're all social media. But we are paying the dues. We are actually paying the legalities in order for us to be, for me to play that double exposure. Your song. If I'm playing this song, they will mute me. They will mute it. They will cut me off from social media. Even
Oh
Carol
wow.
Douglas. Remember one day, the two of us were talking. Carol Williams. I'm sorry. And
Mm.
I say, Carol, I said, you were singing your song in my show, and the Facebook mute. They took us down. And you were the artist. You are the person who sang that song. And they don't know anything about, so they took us down. So I say I had enough. All my friends, all the DJs, friends, members, and you know that we have the cream of the crop in the Legends of Vinyl. Anybody who's anybody belongs to the Legends of Vinyl. And they are performing and they get muted. I say enough. No way. I purchased a visual radio, L.O.V. visual radio, and I call it a haven, the visionary haven, because I'm talking about people like double exposure, visionaries, the people who paved the way to our dance music culture. And I want to share that the right way. So, guys, you have an open door. You have the green light for you guys to do anything you want to at any time. So, thank you
Thank
for
you.
that.
Thank
Okay,
you. Thank
and
you. We appreciate it.
yeah, and anything that you want, guys, want to do, you just give me a call, and I will be more than happy to accommodate that. Um,
Well, Lou, while we're here on your show, first thing we like to do is just to reach out and say thank you to you and thank you to all the fans. Because
Absolutely.
without the fans, nothing's happening.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
And we've always been that way. We've always, little lessons you learn as a kid, man. Always treat people the right way, man.
Respect.
You want to respect people, treat people with respect, man, and always, acknowledge them.
Yeah.
Treat them the way you want to be treated.
Yeah, yeah. Well, our generation, I think, those values we learned from in our home. Our
That's right.
parents gave us that wonderful advice, which is be respectful, and we learned that. And we will continue to do that. And obviously, we just got to keep, like, you have that responsibility. And I'm sorry to say that, but you gentlemen have a platform so big that you need to have. Do you guys became the teachers? You guys have that responsibility to pass that knowledge to the next generation and to teach them, everything you know. And this is the right time. We are in a very, very difficult time in our lives, in our industry, because a lot of promoters, not promoters, producers, they just fell asleep. They're not doing their job, I think. I'm sorry if I'm that forward.
I
But
agree.
a lot of producers just went very happy. They got their money. They don't care. So it's up to us. And the artists, they're not making a dime. They have to perform in order to freaking make a living. That is unacceptable. Somebody, so we need to kind of, unite. This is, the relationship that we have created between the club DJ and the artist. We is a compliment. We complemented each other. You help the DJ helped promote the song, and we became successful that way, I think. And so now let's bring this to the front and help each other and continue to do that. Is that
Great.
is that a deal? Is that good?
Hey, you got it.
No.
That's a deal.
That
Yeah.
is a deal. That's it.
So what we need to do right now, since we are going through this pandemic, um, I think that we all need to think clearly. 2021, we all need to come together, watch those people who are going to take advantage of the artist. Let's not be too eager about doing certain things only with the people who are going to help you. Uh, I have a lot of people out there waiting in the sideline, like creeping in there, going, "Yeah, I'm going to do this because they need work." Be careful with that, my friends, because I don't want, and I know of quite a few of those people, and I get really repulsive about that, and that's what this family is all about. This family is about each other. And so I'm looking forward to next year, really. But this year is shut. November, December, a couple of things are there. Hopefully, we can work together. So, gentlemen, I just wanted to thank you so much. I mean, the time is running out, but please let's use this time for all of you to say your piece. Give us your, please bring your heart out, starting from Lorenzo. Please, Lorenzo, tell me exactly what you think, how you think, what you tell the people out there that they're your audience, the people that actually are respecting what you are doing. And please tell us.
The best thing I can say right now is look, stay in prayer, stay positive. There's a whole lot of negativity around, and it's just surrounding you, but you can't take that in. It's hard to do, but you can't take that in. You got to continue to reach out for what you love, and more importantly, what loves you back. Just stay strong and stay in prayer, and everything will work out.
Amen.
Amen to that.
Amen.
Lorenzo, it is indeed
Yes,
my
sir.
pleasure because I know that I seen you before, I met you before, and we were together, but crazy moments in the shows, you know what happens. And,
Yes,
you
yes.
know, and but I'm looking forward to the moment that I can actually be together with you and have a little bit more
Yes,
time
me too.
and to give you my
Yes.
respect. Okay?
Yes, yes, and you can teach me about music way back when because me and Kenny are the young ones, so
I
I,
can
I have to
teach
needle the
you
older
what you
brothers,
guys you have the
you know
teachers out there, Butch,
yeah yeah.
Butch and Joe. I cannot even freaking come close to that. But thank you
Looking
for that.
forward to it.
I love you, brother.
Thank you.
Thank you. God bless you. You
Love
stay
you too, bro.
safe. You stay
God
safe.
bless you, man.
Be
You too.
blessed with you and your
Be
family. I'm
blessed.
sure
Yes,
you have
sir.
a
You
lovely
too.
family.
Thank you.
You know, and
Thank you. Thank
now
you,
I'm going
brother.
to talk to to my friend Kenny here, and Kenny, don't go anywhere, Lorenzo. Stay put there until the
I'm
end of
right
the
here.
show. Okay,
I'm
don't
right
scare
here.
me like that. I'm an old guy with a pacemaker. What can I tell you? And,
Listen,
okay, so
nice
Kenny,
thing.
so what's up? And open up your heart, let it
I say
flow.
to everybody, I'm just jumping in. I say stay prayed up, stay safe, stay healthy with everything that's going on right now. One thing that we can all have in our own individual spaces, since we can't get out like we want to, is music. And just listen to it, get up and dance like nobody's watching, have fun. And when the world opens back up, meet me on the dance floor. Let's sing and dance. Let's make some music. And I don't know where you are, but I want to visit that place. I love music. I collect records. Got a whole
Yeah,
bunch of them in my hand. So whatever
vital.
that place is that you're in, I want to go visit there. So that's one of my things for 2021.
This
Thank you.
is this is my sanctuary. This is my
Oh man,
sanctuary, and
I could get lost in that place.
I've been collected. I can tell
Well,
you, I
see, I
can't
picked
get
up my
enough.
sister's collection and I started adding to it, and now I just everywhere I go, I'm looking for records, and I play mine too.
Yes, yes, yes. And vinyl is going up in sales. Vinyl is taking
Hmm.
over. What they thought that CDs were going to be is like well, it was like the biggest things in Seven Up. Really? No. Vinyl it's got this warmth. Analog, you cannot go any. I mean, better than
Right.
analog, really.
Right. I know
So
everybody's streaming music now, but I still like to hold it in my hand. I still want an album cover and read
yeah,
some credits and know who's
through that
singing, background, who wrote the song,
there
all of
is
that.
there is a lot of work going on in albums, and the new generation is actually really going like, wow, look at this. You actually have an album cover, and then you have to
Hmm.
pull something out of there, and then you have to put it on the turntable, and then you have to put the needle on the record, and then you have all
Hmm.
these steps, and then you have a cover, okay, and then you have a back. I mean,
All right, he can leave that
wait a
back
minute.
alone.
Whoa, watch this back over here. Double exposure locker room. And they were exposed. Let me
We'll
tell you,
explain
these
that one
guys,
day.
check it out, guys. These guys were exposed. Look at Joe and everybody. Oh my own. Let me tell you.
Hey, we'll explain that one day, man.
Okay, okay, okay. That was
Joke.
fun.
That's a whole different interview.
Exactly right. But something. But vinyl is definitely being accepted by the new generation. And I'm happy about that because vinyl is definitely king. When I went to Europe and I had the opportunity to play for quite a few thousand people, and they love vinyl. And they
Good.
knew everything about it. You go to Amsterdam, you go to the UK, everywhere you go, vinyl is king. Except in the United States, all of the sudden, even though we were the people who created this, and it's unfortunate, but let's just keep on keeping on, my brother. Thank you so much, Kenny. Thank you, and I'm looking
Absolutely.
forward to the day to I can actually say thank you personally as well for what you are doing. Be blessed, and thank you so much. I want to go back
Thank
to
you.
Butch because Butch, you are you're a sweetheart of a man, and so much going on with you. Give us your insights, please.
Well, I'm a praying man. I pray a lot, and I believe that every move that I make, I pray on it. I talk with my pastor before I do it, and as we move forward, I think we have a lot of plans for this new year or for next year, and so I want to include you in this. So, as I said to you earlier, so we can plan more and do more. I think it's important that we make an impact soon, double exposure soon. It took all year, and actually for the last couple of years, to plan it. But I'm gonna talk to you next week,
Yes,
and we'll talk further about it.
you
But it's
know,
time to make a move now. It's
Butch,
really time to make a move.
I'm here for you, Butch. And you know something?
Yes, sir.
It's an honor and a pleasure for you to keep me in mind. I'm here for you. I have a lot of plans, and I want to share that with you as well.
Yes,
I want to hear your plans as well. Thank you
sure.
for that. It is huge as far as I'm
We
concerned. Thank you so
we have
much,
to
Butch.
grow. We have to grow from this place that we're at now.
Yeah,
We have to grow beyond this. In order to do that, you got to plan it.
that
You must
true.
have vision, know where you want to go, and how you're going to get there.
Correct. Absolutely. Butch, like I always, and I talked to you quite a few times, and always is being with the respect and the love that you and I have for each other. And I love that.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much. I love
Absolutely.
you, and I thank
Love
you.
you back.
Thank you so much, Butch. Thank you so
Back.
much. Now I
Likewise.
gotta tell you, Joe, it's your turn for you have a minute, and then we finish this here. So, Joe, thank you so much. I never forget what you did for you got me on the stage. I mean, we were on the stage together, and then you hand me a microphone, and you asked me to sing. You crazy? You freaking ass! You hand me a microphone, and I went like, I have no clue. There's cameras going on. There's an audience going on, and I'm going. And he hands me a card. Oh, you can sing? Yeah? No, no. I have that on video. You guys, forget about Joe. Oh my own. Let me tell you. Okay, Joe. What? I mean, I love you, brother. Thank you so much for what you've done. You're still doing, and you're in my heart forever. Thank you, you guys. Tell me something, Joe.
Thank you, brother.
Hey man, I tell everybody, take care of yourself. It can add years to your life, but don't forget to add some life to your years.
Mhm.
Yeah, let me tell you, Joe. Joe, Butch, Kenny, and Lorenzo. My, I don't know what to say. I am grateful and thank God for this moment. And remember, ladies and gentlemen,
Thank you.
the Legacy Hour chat. This has been one of those special moments in my life. And thank you for joining us. And remember, L.O.V. is the message. Thank you and God bless you.